Have you ever wondered what the future holds? For billions of people around the world, ancient prophecies speak of a monumental event, a day that will change everything. We're talking about the second coming of Jesus Christ, a promise that has echoed through centuries, shaping history and inspiring hope. This isn't just a story from a dusty book, it's a living, breathing belief that points to a future filled with glory, judgment, and ultimate restoration. Today, we're going to explore what the scriptures say about this incredible prophecy, the signs foretelling its approach, and what it means for humanity. What if the most pivotal moment in all of history is yet to come? Let's find out. At the very heart of Christian eschatology, or the study of end times, is the prophecy of the second coming. It's the grand finale, the ultimate culmination of the divine plan. The Bible describes this not as a quiet, subtle event, but as a magnificent and undeniable return. Jesus himself told his disciples, "For as the lightning comes from the east and flashes to the west, so will be the coming of the Son of Man." This imagery paints a picture of a universal, visible, and glorious event that no one on earth will miss. This return is prophesied to be one of power and authority. Unlike his first coming as a humble baby in a manger, the second coming depicts Christ as a triumphant king and judge. The book of Revelation describes him returning on a white horse, with eyes like a flame of fire, and on his head many crowns. He will come to establish his kingdom on earth, a kingdom of righteousness and peace that will last for 1,000 years, a period often referred to as the millennium. For believers, this is the ultimate day of deliverance and vindication, the moment when all wrongs are made right and faith is rewarded with the presence of their Savior. It represents the fulfillment of God's promise to restore creation and dwell with his people. But how will we know when this day is near? The Bible doesn't give us a specific date or time. In fact, Jesus explicitly stated, "But about that day or hour no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father." However, he did provide a series of signs, or birth pangs, that would precede his return. These signs are meant to alert believers, to keep them watchful and prepared. One of the most frequently mentioned signs is a period of unprecedented global turmoil. Jesus spoke of wars and rumors of wars, saying, "Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom." We are told to expect great upheaval, not just in terms of military conflict, but also natural disasters. The scriptures mention famines, pestilences, which we can think of as widespread diseases or plagues, and earthquakes in various places. Jesus referred to these as the beginning of sorrows. It's important to note that these things have always happened throughout history. The prophecy suggests, however, that they will increase in frequency and intensity, like contractions before birth, signaling that a major event is imminent. Another critical sign is the global proclamation of the gospel. Jesus declared, "And this gospel of the kingdom will be preached in the whole world as a testimony to all nations, and then the end will come." This is a fascinating prophecy to consider in our modern, interconnected world. Through technology, missionary work, and global communication, the message of Christianity has reached nearly every corner of the globe. This doesn't necessarily mean everyone will convert, but that everyone will have the opportunity to hear the message. The fulfillment of this sign is seen by many as a key indicator that the stage is being set for the final act of human history. The scriptures also speak of a great falling away, a time when many will turn away from the faith, and when false prophets and false messiahs will rise, performing signs and wonders to deceive people. This spiritual deception is presented as a major challenge in the last days. It calls for discernment and a firm grounding in the truth. People will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, and lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God. This description of a moral and spiritual decline can feel very familiar to observers of contemporary culture, prompting many to believe we are living in the very times the Bible described. So, with all these signs, global conflict, natural disasters, the spread of the gospel, and spiritual deception, where does that leave us? The interpretations of these prophecies vary widely among different Christian denominations. Some believe in a pre-tribulation rapture, where believers will be taken to heaven before a 7-year period of intense suffering on earth. Others hold to a post-tribulation view, believing Christians will endure this period of tribulation before Christ's return. And there are many other views in between. Regardless of the specific timeline one subscribes to, the core message is the same: be ready. The prophecies of the second coming were not given to scare us, but to prepare us. They are a call to live with purpose, urgency, and an eternal perspective. This hope is not about escaping the world, but about engaging with it, knowing that history is moving toward a divine conclusion. It encourages believers to live lives of faith, love, and service, reflecting the character of the King whose return they eagerly await. This anticipation of Christ's return is a powerful motivator. It reframes our daily struggles, our triumphs, and our purpose. When you believe that the King is coming back, it changes how you live. It inspires you to prioritize what truly matters: your relationship with God and your love for others. It transforms fear of the future into a joyful expectation. This isn't about sitting around and waiting. It's about actively participating in God's work in the world, being a light in the darkness, and sharing the hope that you have. The prophecy of the second coming is the ultimate story of hope. It's the belief that no matter how dark the world may seem, no matter the chaos or confusion, there is a glorious dawn on the horizon. It's the promise that one day, peace will reign, justice will prevail, and God will set everything right. It's the day when every tear will be wiped away and the faithful will enter into eternal joy. This hope has sustained Christians through persecution, hardship, and uncertainty for 2,000 years. The return of Christ will mark the end of the world as we know it and the beginning of a new era. It is described as a day of judgment for the unrighteous, but a day of unparalleled triumph and joy for the righteous. It's the moment when believers will finally see their Savior face to face. The Apostle Paul wrote that the Lord himself will come down from heaven with a loud command, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trumpet call of God. It will be an unmistakable, glorious, and transformative event. Ultimately, the prophecy of the second coming is a personal invitation. It invites each of us to consider our place in this grand narrative. It asks us to look beyond the temporary and fix our eyes on the eternal. Whether these signs are being fulfilled in our lifetime or not, the message remains the same: live each day with faith, hope, and love, ready to meet the King. The promise of his return is not just an ancient prophecy. It is a source of strength for today and a bright hope for all our tomorrows. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into one of the most profound prophecies in the world. If this topic sparked your curiosity or deepened your faith, please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more explorations into faith, prophecy, and the big questions of life. Stay hopeful and stay watchful. See you in the next video.